Next up on the list, we have Bernardo with part 2 of his epic poem. Round of applause, please.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Hey.
Continuing with my epic poem, Perseus and Medusa. We're now on chapter 14 out of 15, and we only got one more after this one. So, woohoo! So this chapter is called Perseus and Acrisius, and it's near the end of the book, so sorry if you've missed all the first, 14 chapters, but 13 chapters. Perseus and Acrisius. When we last left our hero, Perseus rescued his mother from the evil king Polydectes once more. Can we turn off the echo on the microphone? I don't know how to do it. So Perseus rescued his mother from the evil king Polydectes once more, turning him into stone. He left the king's good brother Dictys in charge, enriching him with the precious metals he earned on his journey. We pick up the story as he takes his mother and his wife with him to Argos, the land of his birth. I think I think so. It's off. The reverb is off.
There you go.
So we're good. So we pick up the story as he takes his mother and his wife with him to Argos, the land of his birth. Then Perseus sailed west to find the kingdom of his birth, with hope to meet his grandfather and share with him his mirth. But landing in the Argive port, he found, to his dismay, Acrisius, their king, cast down and forced to flee away. For Protus, his malicious twin, renewed his ancient spite, and came across from Tiryns with a fearsome force to fight. Acrisius was overthrown, and so he left the land, to shelter in Larissa, where Pelasgi held command. Then Perseus bade all the Argive loyalists to meet, and told them of his voyages so recently complete. The nobles and the yeomen then acclaimed him as their lord, so gripping was his story, and his voice so self-assured. They joined their strength against the tyrant Protus, struck him down, and forced his mighty Cyclopses to fortify their town. And great were the rejoicings of the Argive soldiers then, for now their king was born of Zeus, the sire of gods and men. But Perseus' heart was bent to find the king of old. He said, he'll surely love to see his grandson grown so bold. So I must seek him out, and when I find him, bring him home, that we may reign as one and sit together on his throne. So Perseus raised anchor, and he rode the waves once more, beyond the banks of Marathon and past the Attic shore. Through Euripus and up the sea the hero sailed away, and stayed his course until his eyes beheld Larissa's bay. He found the whole Pelasgi people gathered round a hill to watch their energetic athletes demonstrate their skill. Their ruler was Teutamides, who called the royal games in honor of the king Acrisius, who lately came. So Perseus approached the hill, but kept his name concealed, and asked them to enroll him to compete upon the field. He thought, if I can beat their best and merit every prize, my grandfather shall smile, and I'll be worthy in his eyes. So putting by his captain hat and taking off his shirt, he stood among the athletes with his loins and limbs all girt. They wondered at the man and said, who might this stranger be? His poise is like a savage bull, so proud and strong is he. Did heaven send a hero of Olympus to compete? And when the contest started, their amazement was complete. At every game, on every field, the stranger proved the best, whose strength was honed by 7 years of striving on his quest. He first competed in a race, and darted like a hare, his muscles used to running night and day upon the air. And coming round the final bend, across the line he soared, ahead by 7 meters, and obtained his first reward. And next they raised a pole, whereat he made Athena proud, and called on strength with which his legs once leapt from cloud to cloud. Then, when he sprang, the other athletes stared with widened eyes, for Perseus sailed far above and won his second prize. A wrestling match was next, through which his power was revealed, with rippling arms that long endured his heavy sword and shield. So overthrowing all his foes, he held them on the ground, till he was named the champion and earned a triple crown. The javelin was next, and Perseus prepared his stance, with might that once assailed a giant viper with a lance. His sinews snapping forth, the spear departed from his limb, and landing far beyond its peers, the trophy came to him. And with his 4 awards, the hero still was not content, but thought, there is another prize on which my heart is bent. With that I'll climb the hillside, and my winnings I shall bring, and lay my laurels down before the former Argive king. And as he spoke, he saw where King Acrisius was seated, who smiled as he observed how all these foreigners competed. He sat beside Eutamides, his flowing beard grown white, his staff in hand and squinting, for his eyes were weak of sight. Beholding his grandfather thus, the hero shed a tear. He yearned to feel his kindred's arms outspread to hold him near. He said, for sure a noble heart is pulsing in his chest. His fear of me may wither if I leave him well impressed. Then, taking up the discus, he propelled it far away, beyond the record set by other athletes on that day. The people shouted, further yet, brave stranger, throw again, for discs were never sent so far away by strength of men. So Perseus renewed his strength, and hurled with all his might. But then a gust of sea-borne wind beset the disc mid-flight. It bore it sideways toward the Argive ruler on his seat, who cried and fainted as the fatal discus hit his feet. His grandson shrieked and ran to him, but lo, the king was dead, and nothing could revive him, for his feeble life had fled. His sorry killer rent his clothes and fell upon the earth, and long he mourned the former king, whose daughter gave him birth. At last he rose and called the people of Larissa round to state, the gods are always true, no man of earth can flee his fate. For I am Perseus, the grandson of this man, now dead, the far-famed slayer of the Gorgon, wielder of her head. He told them how the prophet once decreed the ruler's doom, and how he came there unaware to lay him in his tomb. Then, mourning for the monarch, they interred the Argive king, and at his vigil, Perseus brought out this song to sing. Let no more cares concern thee, take thy rest in peaceful sleep. Thy soul may rise above us, but thy body we shall keep. Thy family's before thee, and we wish thee all the best. So make thy way, O Spirit, to the island of the blessed. Thou love to be our helper, so recall us to thy heart. And if we ever need thee, in thy goodness take our part. In life thou wast our comfort, now in death be not distressed. But make thy way, O Spirit, to the island of the blessed. With honor we bestow thee, precious body, to the ground. And where, O soul, thou fliest, may thy honor there be found. And if thy heart should miss us, if thou be no more caressed, still make thy way, O Spirit, to the island of the blessed. The love we bore thee, dear one, now compels the tears we shed. Thou shalt not be forgotten, though thy spirit may be fled. We celebrate thy greatness, unto which we all attest. So make thy way, O Spirit, to the island of the blessed. So make thy way, O Spirit, to the island of the blessed. Thank you. That song is called The Island of the Blessed. Then Perseus approached the priest to make an offering, atoning for his accidental slaying of the king. Returning back to Argos then, he reigned there with his wife, and there the couple brought 3 daughters and 4 sons to life. They ruled the land of Argos many years and kept the peace, exemplifying wise command to all the kings of Greece. Thank you. And one more chapter, which might come later in this evening or perhaps next time, depending on how things go. So thank you so much.